So I'm putting stuff together for shot 97. And at one point with Cochese's tie, it has stripes on it, right? And I don't make those, cut them out on Cricut because they're just so tiny and very easy to make. So I figured I'd show you how I do that. So I take the tie and I set it down on the color that the stripes need to be. And then I trace it. And then from there, I draw the stripes on. And then I cut them out from here and put them on the tie. Because that way I know they're going to fit on it perfectly. And it's just quite easy to do. So here, let's check it out. See how it looks. So I've got the things cut out now. And as you can see, I also number them just so if in case something happens, they get mixed up. And now I'm just going to stick them back together. All right, or not back together, but together for the first time and only time. Stuck together forever after this. This is like a serious commitment for these two pieces of car stuff. Okay, am I pushing this too much? Okay, let me just, what's that over there? Check it out. Okay, let's check this out. See what we did here. Bam-o. And there it is. The tie with the stripes. And then here, let's put it on the body. Oh, yeah, boom. Let's throw a head on there. Boop. There you go. We got a Cochese. Got some arms, another head, or sleeves, bunch of arms, head. And there he is. All right, so that's the adventure of how stripes get put on ties. I know that all of you have been like not sleeping because you've been wondering about that. So now, man, you can finally get the best sleep of your life. All right, kids, head on the pillow like this. I've always been looking forward to when the guy gets his head smashed into the hood of the car. And you can see quickly there's a little mouth there that didn't end up getting used, but I thought about it. Shot 97 in the house. All right, we're ready to go with this one. This one's got a lot of stuff going on. We've got Cochese here. He grabs the billy club here, and this guy here gets slammed down on the hood. And so we've got a whole bunch of different heads for him and hands and arms and all kinds of stuff. One thing you can see here is a mouth I made because his mouth is kind of wide open in one spot, but it kind of goes against the minimalist no features kind of thing. So I'm probably not going to use it, but it's there just in case. I was going to do this guy and the car on a green screen and have him moving in the background, but he reaches in and grabs the billy club out of the car. So that made it kind of tricky. So it's all done on one thing. I think it's going to work fine. Not too worried about it, but maybe that's when things go bad, or maybe that's when things go great. So let's put our hands in for great, everybody. Hands in for great! So putting this one together, again, I did a lot of little cutout things that before I would have used a marker to do and things like that. And it is time consuming, but I think it really does help sell the scene a little bit better. And one thing that I noticed while I was making this scene is that Cochese drops his billy club, but I don't know if I had it look quite right. But it's just one of those things in this video I had no idea about till I broke it down and saw things like that happen, and it's crazy to me. Shot 97, done. This one was a blast. I had a really great time with it. I love the way it turned out. So here's what we've got, what we want it to look like. He comes in, boom, hits his head, puts his hand over his face. And one thing you might not have ever noticed before is right here, Cochese drops the billy club. He knocks it against the side of the car, which I never noticed till I went through it frame by frame like a lunatic. So here's what we want here. Boom, hits his head, puts his hand over his face. And you can see Cochese here. It was tricky to do because of what we got, but bonk, and it falls and he goes after it. And I am really happy with how this one turned out. I was worried about the different sizes of heads, how he comes in quick, but because he comes in so quick, it worked out. I'm stoked. I'm stoked to get on the next one. Here we go. 98, feeling great. Let's make a date. Let's do it now. Oh, I almost had it. So for shot 98 here, there's like a perspective thing, like of train tracks going into the distance, right? So I made these two rails that go into the distance, and I put it on top of a piece of brown, cut it out, that'll be like behind this. And as you can see, I've made little slices along what is going to be the tracks, and I'm going to be cutting out these parts here. And then I just have to put this along there, and it'll look like the train tracks going out to the horizon, hopefully. So I'm going to finish this up. We're going to check back in and see if it worked. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Update here. We got it all done, put together, and that's what it looks like. Obviously here it looks kind of weird, but if you look here, that got the ghost people there to kind of give us an idea of what we're doing. And yeah, I think it looks all right. That's what we're supposed to be looking like. And that's what we're looking like. So all right, successful test. Let's keep this going and fill this frame up and then get to some animating. The fun part. Here we go. The update here on shot 98. We've got the background now all done and put behind glass. So you have like weird things like this and a whole bunch of like sticks and things like that. Because you just got to kind of fill it up. Like, see, just a whole bunch of stuff over there. And actually, I just now realized I didn't put one back. There's supposed to be another pole here. So I've got to do that before we start animating. But that's the next step, and I'm stoked to get there. All right, kids, let's do this. Whoa, hitting. Working here on shot 98. And one thing I noticed was you can see here, there's the Chief's head right there looking that way. But the only one I made is the one afterwards, which is looking that way. So it looked weird, obviously. And so I was like, oh, do I got to make another one? Like, what do I do? I went back into the archives, and we've got this from shot 87. And as you can see, it's pretty similar in size. He's looking the other way. And I think it's going to work fine. I've just got to untape him from the clothes he's wearing, drop him in this, and I think it's going to work out. So, whew. Thank you, shot 87. You really helped out shot 98. And me, just because I didn't think of making everything properly. But hey, what's that over there? As you can see here, the majority of the time going into this shot is setting everything up. This scene had tons of little details in the back, which of course I always say I love, and I do. I really think it helps sell the scene, and it really shows how, as the video goes on, this kind of stuff really becomes important. One thing I was worried about was going from the tiny little chief to the bigger chief so quickly, but I think it actually does work out, which has surprised me, really. We got shot 98 done pretty quickly, not too much other than that head mishap, but other than that, it worked out pretty good. Here, let's check it out. I'll show you what we want it to look like here. Boom, gets hit with the box. Boom, hit with the box, essentially. That's the whole shot right there. And then what we got here is this. Boom. He kind of grows quickly as he gets passed over there, just because obviously I only had the one plane and only the one size of him. And if I redid it, I might have different sizes of him to kind of look like he's getting closer. But other than that, I think it worked pretty good. The other face, you only see it for a split second, but it really helps sell that shot. And yeah, it was nice to have this one. Next one's pretty cool. We got an axe going through a door, and that's always cool. All right, kids, axes in. Wow!